Welcome back to the chaos that is Shani and books. Chaos in here already. I'm going to be doing today my March TBR, and I was getting all set up looking for my pins and I couldn't find one. I've now found it, but in the time I was looking for it, my son has taken off with another one of the pins that I had, so hopefully we'll have all 10. If you haven't seen my previous TBR videos, I've been playing a TBR game that is very, very simple. It's 10 pin bowling. It chooses my TBR. I pick out 10 prompts, put each onto a pin, bowl the ball, and whatever gets knocked down I have to find a book to match the prompt. I'm not filming this one as far in advance as I did last month, so hopefully nothing gets announced that I need to include later. Quick housekeeping before we begin. If you didn't watch my last video, you wouldn't have heard me say that we reached 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you so much to every person who has stuck around long enough to hit subscribe, because we just have 1,000 people here that want to talk about books. Second, thank you to anyone who gave me suggestions on my last TBR video. I had said that I was getting bored of the same prompts that I had in my jar, and I had asked for any extra prompts. Feel free to leave more below and I'll just keep on adding. I had 50 roundabouts before and now I have like 115, I think. So thank you to Vanessa who left a bunch I have added in as well. Some were already in there. Hopefully I haven't doubled up and have things twice, but it's fine. And also Rebecca, who reminded me that even though I participate in the Buzzword reading challenge by Books and Lala every month, I can use the prompts as prompts in my game too. So I've written some of the ones from previous years onto bits of paper to add into my jar. So before, all the little slips were blue. I added in some pink ones which were from comments, and then on top of that I added a bunch more in green colored slips. So I'll try and pick out things that aren't blue, because blue are the ones that I've had before, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I think I possibly have doubles in here, which it's fine, we'll work it out as we go. I've also added in some that I might have to like veto if they come up. For example, one is like to match the color of Kian's shirt, which was one of those comments, but sometimes he's not wearing a shirt. Thank you. Okay, so I might have to skip that one if it comes up. I have also added in as prompt in some of the ones that I added. One is like a book to match the makeup that I'm wearing and a book to match my nails, but sometimes I don't have my makeup done or my nails done. So if I draw out something like that, I'll just redraw a new one. I also put in one like go book shopping and treat yourself, but if I want a book buying ban, I will redraw that one as well. So we'll just play it by ear. Okay, the autofocus on this camera is absolute trash. I keep switching between cameras for filming. Okay, I think it's right. Yeah, we'll just play it by ear with what we get. So let's quickly pick out the prompts, do the roll, and then match some books. I honestly don't have that many plans. I have some reading vlogs that I'm finishing off, so if I can fit those books in, I will. I have a couple of books out from the library if I can fit those in, and then yeah, the fun of this game is just going to be picking other random things. Right, so first prompt is a 3-word title. This is not a very exciting start. Oh, this is a new one. The first book you see on Instagram. So I have to open my Instagram. Okay, nothing is focusing. I have to open my Instagram and the first book I see. I might make that the first book I see that I own, because I don't really want to be buying another book. An author I've loved before. I feel like that's a pretty generic one. What else? Oh, has been on a TBR before. None of these are focusing. Okay, I'll try. I need to like mix them up and get a different color. Hang on, let me mix my jar a bit. An author with the same initials as me. I honestly don't think I even have that on my shelf. I didn't check before I put it in, so I might just go first name. A translated book. I don't know if I have any. Oh, I accidentally pulled out 2. Okay, I got dice roll for shelf. I'm gonna just use both of them, and the other one was, oh, there we go, matches Kian's outfit. He was wearing a shirt. Has he been in a clip yet? I don't know. He was wearing a shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I need 2 more. Okay, this is from a Buzzword one. A title with a day, week, month, or season, etc. That was a Buzzword one before. So you could use like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like January, February, or like summer, winter, etc. I think this is the last one. A book that has pictures. So that could be a graphic novel or manga, or just like a book that literally has pictures thrown in. I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's bowl.
Yes!
Yes! Thanks. Okay, one of the ones that got knocked down is Dice Roll for Shelf, which this was a suggested one where it's a random number generator. So I need to generate, this, and this are books that I haven't read. So I need to generate a number between 1 and 3 and then generate a number for however many is on the shelf, if that makes sense. So we'll do that first. Okay, so I need to generate between 1 and 3. Okay, shelf 1, which is this top shelf. Hang on, let me count how many's on it. All right, there is 34 books on this shelf because I just took one off when I was deciding on the books. So I'm kind of nervous, but let's generate a number, and that's gonna be the book that I need to read. Okay, between 1 and 34. 10. Okay, let's count the 10th book. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh.
Mom?
I don't want to read this, but okay. Okay, I shouldn't complain because the whole point of why I am doing this TBR game is to help me choose books. But of course it chooses a thick book that I'm not in the mood to read. So, the dice roll. Yeah, he's reading one of my books. The dice roll landed on Barracuda, which is super thick. How many pages is this? Over 500 pages. Okay. Wow. I was honestly thinking, should I get rid of this recently? But apparently now I'm going to read it in March. I don't even know what it's about. I know it's an Australian book, and I got it as a used copy. Barracuda is an unflinching look at modern Australia, at our hopes and dreams, our friendships and our families. Kids making noise behind me. Oh, it's big. It's thick. I don't... It's on the TBR for the month. Next, we may as well do this one because he is right behind me. But I also knocked down matches Kian's outfit. So for this one, I am choosing Nothing to See Here. This is green and his shirt is green. So I'm going with this one. I bought this one used as well recently, and I hadn't seen anyone talk about it besides on Instagram. My friend Kaylee, her Instagram is Dog-Eared Page, and out of everyone in the bookish world that I have seen, my taste seemed to align most with Kaylee. So when I saw that she enjoyed this one and I saw a used copy, I picked it up. But recently I saw Kayla from Books and Lala reading this and she liked it. So it has me intrigued to see what I think of it. I think it is about these children that catch on fire. So yeah, perfect pick for Kian's shirt because it matches the color, but it's also about children. And so yeah, I'm interested to see what I think of this one. Next up, an author with the same initials as me came up. And I don't have a single author with my exact initials, so I'm just going with my first name, focus. My first name, which is Shani, so that's an S. And the reason I didn't want another chunky book on my TBR this month is because I have this out from the library. So this is City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, which S obviously starts with S. It is S. And this is also over 500 pages. But I have this out from my library. Yeah. Oh, cheese. Yeah, that is cheese. Cheese. I see it. It's cheese. Yes. He's got my Diary of a Wimpy Kid book because he knows he's allowed to have that one. Yeah, that's cheese. Cheese. Remember the movie that we watched? So this one I picked up from my library. You are probably thinking that this is not my normal genre because this is fantasy, and you would be correct. But the reason that I checked this one out from my library is because this one is the book club book for March for the We're All Booked book club, and I haven't participated in a few months, but I saw my library had this and I thought, saves me buying it in case I don't like it. The book club is run by my friend Lacey, whose channel is Lacey Bell. I'll leave it linked, as well as Sadie from the Library Lane on Instagram. Almost always have that stuff linked below because I feel like I always talk about them, and the autofocus. So yes, this one is a fantasy, so I don't know. We try. It's funny because I was just thinking to myself before I was filming this, I should start like a reward and punishment system if I finish my TBR for the month, and I finished it in both January and February. I read all the books that were knocked down from the pins, so I thought like maybe I can have like a reward where if I pull out something from the jar that I don't like, I can go back and pick a new one as my reward if I finish all my books. And I was trying to think of a punishment, but now I kind of don't want to think of a punishment because I feel like next month I might not finish all these books, but we'll see. You can leave below punishments or rewards if you have any cool ideas, but I don't know if I'm going to do that now. The next one that got knocked down has been on a TBR before. Like I said, I finished both my January and my February TBRs, which is great, but I feel almost like I'm in a fantasy mood. And while adult fantasy is very scary for me, middle grade fantasy is not. So I think I'm going to read Wondersmith. Although, do I need to reread the first book first? I don't know, it's just, this has been sitting on my shelf for so long. And I was thinking about it recently, so when this prompt came up, I thought, okay, perfect, because I'm pretty sure that this was on a TBR years ago. I think it was the Reading Rush TBR. It was the one when I was pregnant. I don't even know if it's still up on my channel, but it was right before I had Kian. He was born on the Sunday right before the Reading Rush started. The Reading Rush started, I think, on the Monday, and he was born on the Sunday night. So I didn't end up reading pretty much anything for that readathon, but I'm pretty sure this was on here. If I remember, the prompt was like your birth gemstone color, and so that's why I had a red book. I think I'll have to go back and see if I even still have that video up, but that's what this was for. So I think I'm being overly optimistic that I'm even going to participate in the Reading Rush, because it goes from the 20th to the 26th of July, and I'm due to give birth on the 18th. So I'm either going to have a newborn baby, or I'm going to be very uncomfortable and overdue and pregnant during that time. So the first challenge is to read a book matching the color of your birthstone. I am born in July, which the birthstone is a ruby. So yes, so I have chosen a red book, which is Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend. This is the sequel to Nevermore, which I read and loved last year. Now I'm starting to think I would have to reread the first book, so that's adding a whole nother book to my TBR, but it is middle grade. I don't know. This is also thick. How long is this one? But it's middle grade, almost 500 pages. So I don't know. It's been on a TBR before. And we're gonna see how we go with that one. Lastly, and it's so annoying because I got translated, and I just finished a translated book like yesterday that I could have used for this. But I think I only have one other translated book on my shelf. I don't know, but this one popped into my head because it is a recent addition to my shelf, and this one is translated. So this is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Wait, this is translated, right? Yes, translated from Japanese. Okay, so this one I think is like this coffee shop where you can time travel, but you have to be back before your coffee gets cold or something like that. I don't know. It does sound very, very interesting, and I've heard so many things about it recently and just in general. So I'm very intrigued to see what it's all about and what I think of it. Is there any other plans that I have in March? I don't think so. So I think this plus maybe the first book as well is my TBR for March, because I really want to finish that series, or finished for what's out of that series. So this is my TBR for the month. There's so many thick books. Oh no. And I did have some plans for a vlog to do in March, but that involves reading another big book, and now I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, I can do this. This isn't that bad. This isn't that bad, is it? Just trying to talk myself into it. Oh no. Okay, well that is it for my March TBR. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again if you have subscribed. I'm thinking of some fun ideas for what to do to celebrate 1K, because it just feels monumental to get to that number. So I feel like I should do something. But yes, let me know if you have any other prompts. Let me know if you think I should do a reward / punishment system, and leave a coffee emoji if you have made it to the end of this video. And yeah, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one.